let us now continue on the strengths of quantum GIS or QGIS. So we have here 5 strengths of quantum GIS, no, or Q. No? Open source and free, active user community, plugin support, user-friendly, and interoperability with GIS software. So ano ba itong tinatawag na open source? So alam nyo naman na to, no? Para siyang Windows, tawag dito, OS, no? Open source or other applications, no? QGIS is open source, meaning users can access, use, and modify the source code freely. It is available at no cost, promoting accessibility and community collaboration. Okay, so since ito is open source, they can easily modify its code, to uh, to uh, to optimize the utilization or the use of this software or Q, no? It can now open, no, for collaboration and community support, no? So for example, a local community organization might use QGIS for mapping and analysis without incurring license expenses. So that's open source and free, no? Wala kang gagastusin diyan, i-install mo lang sa iyong PC or laptop. Okay? Second one is active user community, no? Sa active user community, QGIS boasts a vibrant and active user community that contributes to ongoing development, support forums, and the creation of plugins. Sabihin, itong Quantum GIS na to, meron siyang support or community that develops the creation of plugins for the Quantum GIS application. For example, na users can engage in forums, share custom plugins, and seek advice from the community to enhance their Quantum GIS experience. So that's active user community. Okay? The next one is plugin support and customization. Ano naman itong plugin support and customization na to? So, Quantum GIS supports a variety of plugins that extends its functionality or optimize user utilization. Users can customize their GIS environment based on specific needs or based on their preferences. Okay? Kung si ArcGIS kanina is full suite or kompleto na, no? Meron na siya mga built-in na capabilities. Dito sa Quantum GIS, mama-maximize mo siya with the use of plugins, no? These plugins again provide additional functionality, additional support to maximize the use of Quantum GIS. No? For example, no? A researcher might use a specialized plugin to perform a unique spatial analysis within Quantum GIS tailored to their research objectives, no? Meron kasi diyan application na for example sa katulad sa ARC, no? Kompleto nga siya ng support pero hindi naman natin nagagamit lahat, no? Kaya siya mabigat. Sa Quantum GIS, napaka-bare niya na kung anong basic na functionality niyan, nandun lang. So magaan siya. Ngayon, if you want to maximize its use, syempre pipiliin mo lang yung plug-in na kailangan mo, no? Idadagdag mo sa Quantum, siguro bibigat ng konti, pero hindi siya katulad nung sa ARC. So that's plug-in support and customization. Number 4 is user-friendly interface. QGIS is known for its intuitive user interface, making it accessible to beginners while still offering advanced features for experienced users. So ito kasi Quantum GIS, yung mga tab niya, konti lang. Yung layers panel niya, hindi ganun ka-intricate tulad sa ARC. Yung kanya mga toolbars, no, hindi naman ganun karami. Unlike doon sa ARC, pag nakita natin yung mga toolbars niya, puno na screen mo. Okay? So, for example, a student in geography class may quickly grasp the basic of map creation and analysis using Quantum GIS. Madali lang kasi talagang gamitin ang Quantum GIS. Right click, left click lang doon. Import, export ka lang din naman. Hindi katulad nung sa ARC na talagang marami ka pang iba't ibang steps na kailangan gawin. Next one, or last one is interoperability with other GIS software. So, si Quantum GIS, since nagpo-produce siya ng that something na file extensions, no? A package of file extensions. Mas madali siya mabasa ng iba't ibang GIS software. Meron kasi siyang 5 extension na dapat i-produce, no? During its utilization or during the use of Quantum GIS. Okay? So those are the 5 strengths of Quantum GIS. Again, we have open source and free. We have active user community. We have plugin support and customization. We also have user-friendly interface. And last is interoperability with other GIS software. Ano naman ang weaknesses ng Quantum GIS? We have here 5, no? Some features may not be as advanced, no? Second one is requires additional plugins, limited technical support, interface changes across versions, and dependency on user expertise. Ano ba itong some features may not be advanced? No. In comparison to some GIS software, certain advanced features in QGIS may be less developed. For example, no, a user looking for highly specialized tools available in proprietary software might find QGIS lacking in some advanced functionalities. Yes, minsan kasi if you're looking for some specialized plugin, hindi pa available kay Quantum, ano? Wala pa siyang plugin support for that. So doon na pag-iiwanan yung Quantum, yung features, advanced features na wala sa kanya. Hindi tulad sa Arc, no? Since siya ay may standard na siya, no? Siya na ang sikat. Siya na ang mas full feature, no? Yung advanced feature na hinahanap sa Quantum, meron na sa kanya. Okay? So that's the definition of number 1, no? Hindi pa siya ganun kakumpleto or ka-advanced, no? Next one is requires additional plugins. While QGIS supports a variety of plugins, users may need to install additional plugins for specific advanced functionalities. Correct. Though meron naman siyang mga recommendations built in sa kanyang system, yung iba kasing plugin hindi supported ng Quantum GIS. Kaya punta ka pa sa ibang website, punta ka pa sa ibang repository ng mga plugins, then saka mo palang i-install. So, yung unavailability of those plugins may find it hard for somebody na maghanap, no? However, meron din namang mga pasok na plugins dun sa Quantum GS pero hindi siya ganun ka-advanced pa. Okay? Again, for example, to perform complex geospatial statistics, users might need to install and configure a plugin tailored for statistical analysis within QGIS. Yes, yung kasing QGIS, meron siyang computational interface or calculator na kailangan pa ng mga codes, no? Eh, iba naman kasing plugins natin, kumpleto na. And then, i-install mo na, hindi mo na kailangan mag-code, no? So, that's requires additional plugins, no? The third one is limited technical support. While there is an active user community, QGIS may have more limited professional technical support compared to proprietary alternatives. No? For example, an organization with complex GIS needs might face challenges obtaining immediate and dedicated technical support for troubleshooting. Okay. So, when it comes to technical support, talagang wala kang aasahan sa Quantum GIS. Bakit? Open source na nga siya, maghanap ka pa ng technical support. So, I think that's the problem. No? However, marami naman ding tutorials sa YouTube, sa internet on how to solve some problems in Quantum GIS. Sa aking experience, I haven't experienced tawag dito, na problem sa paggamit ng quantum, no? Lahat naman is nakikita natin sa internet kung paano i-solve ang specific problem when it comes to Quantum GIS. So that's number 3, limited technical support. Number 4 is interface changes across versions. So dito naman, during the update or after the update of Quantum GIS, medyo mayroong kaibahan na sa interface, naiiba na ng icon, naiiba na ng positioning, pinapaganda yung UI. So sa mga beginners, no, medyo hirap silang ma-identify kung saan ba yung mga toolbars, kung saan ba yung functionality na ganito, ganyan. So that's interface changes across versions. Okay? Every version kasi nag-iiba sila nga ng tawag eh. For example, kung merong iOS 18, iOS 19, kung merong anong tawag sa Android, yung mga versions ng Android, no? Dito meron din sa GIS, for example, Quantum GIS version 3.1 Manila, Quantum GIS 3.10, Tokyo, mga ganon, no? So that's how interface changes across versions in Quantum GIS. Okay, users accustomed to a specific layout in its earlier versions of QGIS may need time to adjust to interface changes in newer releases. Okay, so that's interface changes across versions. Next one is dependency on user experience. So QGIS relies on the user's expertise to navigate and fully utilize its capabilities. Some functionalities may require a higher level of GIS proficiency. So dito, for example, yung mga novice or yung mga bago sa GIS software, no, may have to have additional training to take advantage of the advanced features of Quantum GIS. Okay? So, kapag ka kasi hindi ka ganun pa kagamay sa paggamit ng Quantum GIS, mas ma-maximize ng mga expert or yung may experience sa Quantum, yung paggamit nga ng kanilang software, ng Quantum GIS sa software. Okay? So those are the weaknesses of Quantum GIS. We have some features may not be as advanced, requires additional plugins, limited technical support, interface changes across versions, dependency on user expertise. So let us continue on Google Earth strengths. Okay, we have 4 strengths of Google Earth: user-friendly interface, vast imagery database, integration with other services, and global accessibility. Ano naman itong user-friendly interface? No? Google Earth is celebrated for its easy-to-use interface, making it accessible to broader audience, including students, educators, and casual users. So, sa Google Earth kasi, meron lang siyang 5 layer, I think, na kailangan mong i-on and off. No? Makikita mo iba't ibang layer ng Earth. At the same time, kung kailangan mong gumamit ng ibang functionalities, meron siyang settings sa left side or right side ba yun. Pag kinlik mo, mag-on yung tab, mag-off yung tab. So, madali lang siyang gamitin. No? For example, a teacher might use Google Earth to engage in students in virtual exploration of geographical features. Since meron siyang ibang functionality, pwede mong i-zoom in, zoom out para makita mo yung iba't ibang geographical features ng isang area. Okay? So that's user-friendly interface. Second one is vast imagery database. Itong vast imagery database na to, no, Google Earth integrates a massive database of high-resolution satellite images and aerial photographs, providing users with detailed view of locations worldwide. For example, no, tourists, no, or mga mahilig maglibot can use Google Earth to preview destinations, explore landmarks, and plan their visits using the available imagery. Yes, hindi lang sa mga tourist, no? Sa mga gustong bumiyahe, first time sa isang lugar, gagamit sila ng Google Earth para ma-view nila kung saan ba yung itsura ng destination nila, kung ano ba yung landmark na malapit doon, no, para maplano nila mabuti yung kanilang pagpunta sa specific location. Yung kasing, again, Google Earth is composed or integrated with massive or huge database of high-resolution satellite images. Alam naman natin, ano, meron tayong Google Car na umiikot sa mga streets natin na kumukuha ng 360 view ng specific locations. Not only here in the Philippines, but around the globe. So that's the vast imagery of database in Google Earth. The third one is integration of other Google services. Okay, so Google Earth seamlessly integrates with other Google services such as Google Maps and Street View. Ito, Street View na sinasabi natin kanina, ano? Enhancing its functionality and user experience. For example, ano, paano ba itong integration ng Google services? A business owner might embed a Google Earth map on their website, providing customers with an in-depth active view of their location. So usually, ginagamit nga rin itong Google Earth for businesses. Parang Google My Map pa yun. My Map Google yung tawag doon, kung saan yung mga locations ng mga business establishments, ina-upload nila sa Google Earth para for example, ikaw na user pupunta sa kanilang location, 'pag in-upload nila yung image na yun sa internet or sa Google and nakita mo, ikinlik mo, meron ka ng preview kung saan yung location. May preview ka na kung ano itsura ng pupuntahan mo. Okay, so that's how Google Earth is serving the people and at the same time serving the businesses in around the globe. So integration with other Google services. Next one is global accessibility. Being an online platform, no, Google Earth is globally accessible. Users can explore almost any location on Earth without the need for extensive software installation. Okay, for example, researchers collaborating on global project might use Google Earth to share spatial information and collaborate on common platform. So since open platforms to Google Earth, no, pwede nang gamitin ito ng iba't ibang researchers, no? They have all the common denominator on the use of Google Earth, okay, or the Google Earth platform. So those are the four strengths of Google Earth. We have user-friendly interface, vast imagery database, integration with other Google services, and global accessibility. So, ano naman ang weaknesses ng Google Earth? We have three weaknesses: limited GIS features, internet dependent, and privacy concerns. So, limited advanced GIS features. Google Earth's primary focus is on user-friendly exploration. Correct. And it may lack some of the advanced GIS features found in dedicated software. So si GIS kasi, GIS software is, Google Earth is being used talaga for geographical exploration. Hanapin mo doon kung saan ba yung ganitong location. Kumbaga, ginagamit mo siya to pinpoint locations, to find landmarks, to find specific destinations, no? Talagang Google is used for that purpose only, na for exploration. No? So, yung advanced features na analysis tools, buffering, geoprocessing tools is wala kang makikita sa Google Earth. No? For example, GIS professionals seeking advanced spatial analysis tools might find Google Earth to be limited for their specific needs. Sa totoo lang, wala talagang spatial analysis tools si Google Earth. Wala rin siyang mga layers panel na pwede mong i-modify. No? Kung gusto mag-modify ng Google Earth, point-point ka lang, gawa-gawa ka lang ng line. No? So, limited ang features ni Google Earth. No? Next is internet dependent. Alam naman natin, si Google Earth is web-based GIS. Again, napag-aralan natin kanina. So, Google Earth requires an internet connection for real-time data streaming and certain functionalities, limiting its use in offline environments. Pagka offline, hindi mo makikita yung mga images. So, doon pa lang, hirap ka nang mag-navigate, no? Example, no, users in remote areas without internet access may face challenges using Google Earth for immediate and comprehensive mapping. Yes, kasi yung imagery niya, yung data niya is internet-based kung saan hindi maglo-load yung data niya or images niya pag wala kang internet. So, hindi mo rin magagamit totally ang Google Earth pag walang internet unless meron kang offline versions of your recent undertakings or activities. Okay? So that's number two weakness of Google Earth, internet dependent. Nakadepende siya sa internet. The next one is privacy concerns. With Google Earth's extensive imagery coverage raises privacy concerns as it captures real-time and historical images of various locations. There are privacy advocates that expresses concerns about the potential misuse of detailed satellite imagery and implications for individual privacy. Yes, for example, yung mga images ng Google, no? Minsan nakikita nila yung mga military camps, training grounds, mga confidential areas ng mga government facilities, no? Na kung saan na-explore ng mga users yung mga army natin doon, yung mga facilities natin doon, yung mga operations natin doon. So that's privacy concern on Google Earth, no? Yung may mga Google Earth kasi ng mga Google ko na tinatawag. Pag umiikot sila sa kalsada, syempre makikita nila yung mga mukha natin, facial features natin na could raise privacy concerns on particular subject matter or persons. Okay, so those are the privacy concerns under Google Earth. No, we have limited advanced GIS features. We have internet dependency and privacy concerns. So to give you more idea on different GIS software and why we have to use them, we need to use them. Let's watch these two videos of ARC and Q.
Hello everyone, I'm Alex Foster and I work as a data analyst at Statistics Canada. As the first video in our series, today I'll introduce what Geographic Information Systems, or GIS for short, are, discuss their relevance and their potential integration in your areas of work and expertise. There are two items to cover. The first is some definitions and applications of GIS using spatial data, and the second is to contextualize why we're using QGIS, an open source GIS, for the tutorials. These training materials are targeted for new GIS users with no formal training using GIS, so we'll start with some foundational concepts and skills and build towards more advanced applications and topics throughout. These skills and procedures can then be extended to datasets that are thematically relevant to you. We'll show you how with a few relatively easy steps you can get quite a lot out of GIS and how you can integrate Statistics Canada and other public datasets to address challenges or tasks faced in your day-to-day work. Geographic Information Systems, or GIS, are programs that can store, process, combine, and visualize spatial data, which is any dataset with coordinate information used to position and render it within GIS. So if you've ever used a mapping tool or GPS to find the fastest route between locations, or looked at weather maps of a storm, shown in the figures below, you've interacted with GIS and geospatial data. So why use GIS? Well, GIS programs are powerful tools for data linking, analysis, and visualization, enabling spatial datasets to be overlaid, integrated, and mapped in an interactive and multiscalar format. As such, GIS is the go-to tool for disseminating data and is the industry standard for decision-making, informing disparate topics from targeting social and economic development programs and policies to optimizing marketing, business, and service deliveries to improving environmental and land use management practices. GIS has many uses from simple analysis and mapping to highly advanced functions, scripting, and modeling. We anticipate most uses of interest to new GIS users can be accomplished in a few easy steps, requiring little effort to get the most out of the data. In general, GIS can visualize multidisciplinary information in an intuitive and accessible format, which can be used to support and enhance documents or act as a standalone product. Much like a picture is worth 1,000 words, an interactive map is worth 1,000 data tables in terms of interpretability and accessibility. They can also be used to derive new information through overlaying and combining multiple datasets and variables, and take advantage of finer resolution and frequency datasets. So the figure shows two visualizations I created in GIS. On the right is a heat map of traffic collision frequency in Ottawa for 2017, and on the left shows a time series of mean monthly temperatures across Manitoba in 2016. Both demonstrate the power of visualizing spatial data to convey information and were produced using a few simple steps. So why use QGIS? Well, open source GIS was traditionally restricted to technically trained users. Yet technological developments have increased the immersion of GIS in our day-to-day lives and made the software increasingly accessible and usable to new GIS users. And this is epitomized by QGIS. As an open source program, it's free to download online with underlying codes also provided. It is advantageous as it emphasizes its graphical user interface, resulting in an intuitive and easy-to-use program, integrates its own toolsets with those from other established open-source GIS, such as Saga and GRASS toolsets, as well as integrating user-created plugins, resulting in a diverse functionality. It also has a smaller installation size and computational requirements than other GIS programs, and the significant user base provides rapid updates, plugins, and patches for the program, which in conjunction with online documentation can be consulted to perform or parameterize a variety of functions. And QGIS has been significantly expanded and improved upon with its newest releases. So let's go and download QGIS. Use the link provided in the video description or search online as I'm doing right now. There are two main options for download on Windows, the OSGeo4W package or the standalone installers. The first is best suited for advanced users as it automates updates and avoids duplicating packages used by multiple GIS programs. We'll download the standalone installer, of which there are two versions. At the time of recording, there's version 3.6, the most recent release, feature-rich version, and the new long-term release version 3.4. To enable the most up-to-date functions and adopt the next generation of QGIS, we will download the newest long-term release, version 3.4, which was released in February of 2019. For users with other operating systems, the standalone installers can be downloaded by expanding the drop-downs below. Once downloaded, use the default installation settings, hitting Next until Finish. Once installed, open the QGIS desktop application from the Start bar or shortcut. In the pop-up box, we will select Fresh Start instead of Import Settings from QGIS 2. The download procedures can be reapplied as needed when updating the program. So stay tuned for the next series of videos where we'll download spatial data and start to work through a few different procedures so you can begin to analyze and visualize data within the program and create products relevant to you. In the next demo, we'll introduce the common categories and file formats of spatial data sets, as well as procedures for navigating and downloading these data sets from Open Maps, the integrated federal archive for storing and disseminating spatial data.
Do you ever feel as though your map data isn't working for you? You're collecting it, but you can't share it. That's how Dan used to feel before he discovered ArcGIS. ArcGIS is a turnkey solution to create and share interactive maps, built to work the way you work, with nothing to install or set up, so you can be productive on day one. Like Dan, you just sign in and get instant access to ready-to-use maps and apps. Or create new maps, transforming your data into content-rich maps that tell your story. You can even make mashups with data and maps shared by others, and add pop-ups to your maps highlighting charts, photos, and web pages. What about using Microsoft Excel to make maps? No problem. You can add any map you create in Excel as a slide in your next PowerPoint presentation. Want to share all this? With ArcGIS, it's easy. Dan and Maria can share maps and data in the office, and with Noah working in the field. And everyone using ArcGIS can share their maps on blogs, websites, Twitter, and Facebook. Even your developers can get in on the action, so Hiromi can build custom apps using Esri's cloud-based services, develop in the API of her choice, and deploy on any device. Suddenly, everyone in your organization is able to access their data from anywhere, anytime, using their tablets, smartphones, and browsers. You can also use ArcGIS as a pure cloud-based solution, or combine it with your own infrastructure for a hybrid solution. And it all works with your existing investment in GIS. Unleash your potential. See what happens when you unlock the power of where.